Hello everyone, welcome back to Farmer's Dynasty. I did buy a few fields. I bought this one right here. And then I bought this big field right here. It's 2.42 acres. I know that seems a bit much, but I don't plan on plowing this or anything until we get the bigger plow and bigger tractor and such. I don't plan on it. It may not happen. This one wasn't planted with anything, so I didn't get it. And this one's planted with corn. It's much bigger, but I think we had just plowed this one. So I was going to buy that one, but we'd already plowed it. So I did buy one that was just over an acre. And the one behind us right here is 1.54, and we may buy this one. Yeah, this one right here. We may buy this one after we sell some of this grain and such. And also, I backed into the crop right here, this little bitty patch, and I lost 10,000 social points. 10,000 social points for backing into that little area of crop right. Well, where was it? Right here. It was this area right here. Just barely touched them, lost 10,000 social points. I mean, that's a lot for barely touching the crop. Or so I thought, anyway. But either way, this is probably going to be a time lapse because, well, you know, running around and trying to do this. Let's see. It's the grain header. Oh, apparently there's a bug, I guess, to where RB and Y. I'm using my controller, by the way. I just wanted to try it out since they added the patch where you can use your controller or keyboard at the same time. Header on. Absolutely. Okay. A to enter. Header down. Oh, right button and A. Okay. What is engineer site?
That's no surprise.
I don't know. Cruise control. There we go. Now, since they implemented the wildlife update, they added the game controller changelog with it, or a patch for the game controller, so that you could kind of see. So one takes control over the other. If I use my mouse to see something here, and then move my controller, it does kind of change what's happening. So it changes which one it recognizes. So that's not, I mean, it's not terrible, but at least it's an implementation. And you do get the option to gas with your right and left thumbsticks. The up and down on the left thumbstick has no bearing on anything anymore, which is nice. I think they implemented the controls pretty well. The combo keys for activating the header and such is a nice change. I'm kind of glad they did that. 67%. I just want to kind of keep up with it so that we're not going over here. But lots of nice changes, honestly, in this update. So I'm not super upset about it either. I'm probably gonna go. Oh wow, that was still discharging there. I gotta keep in mind that when we get to the end of the field, I need to wait just a split second to see if we can just nudge forward here. I think the extra time it takes to do that is probably not really worth it. Let's see. RB and A, and then RB and B. RB and X to spill grain. Okay. Alright, well this should be easy enough. I am going to use a controller for a little while, so that big blob of controls is going to be up in the top left-hand corner most of the time. But I'm going to get on with the time lapse. Alrighty, job's all done. We'll head over to the other field with this harvester, as we're not going to need it here anymore. The harvester does have 58% wheat still in it, which is, it's fine. It's not going to hurt anything. But I do want to go get the bale trailer and the baler. Definitely want to get the baler over here. So I'm going to empty the load of wheat we have in the trailer now, then drop it next to the field over here with this one. Actually, you know what? I might get the wheat out of this too. I don't think leaving the wheat in here is going to do anybody any good at all. So, yeah, probably going to do that. But either way, I'm going to do all that. And then we'll get the baler over here and we'll start baling that as well. This is going to be kind of a time-lapse episode if you hadn't noticed. Mainly because it's just field work. So, not a whole lot going on, really. Do I need to cut a headland? Probably should. Some tight turning spaces here. We're going to park on the side road. And we'll probably start right about here somewhere with this guy. We might as well go ahead and get a full load in this thing, because it's still only going to be about 20% or 27% of the trailer load. So we might as well go ahead and fill this thing up. It is nice to have this field right here, close to this. I would not have bought this field if it was halfway across the map. As many runs as you have to make back and forth to the mill. So, a little small trailer does not do us a whole lot of good. So, it's nice to be able to just come straight here with it. And we're right here next to it, so it's not going to take any time for delivery and drop off or whatever. So, nice to have that for sure. And that's going to do it. We'll just go ahead and stop there. Perfect. And I don't know why I always have this in my hand. It's strange. It's very strange. I like how the icon pops up in the bottom left-hand corner and shows you whether or not you're using your keyboard or your mouse. I think that's pretty neat. But okay, so that's the plan. We're gonna go get the baler after we dump all this, and we're gonna put some hay bales together, and then we'll get the bale trailer, get it loaded up as well. I don't know how much this bale trailer is up here at the store. I just don't feel like I'm moving very fast after being on that harvester for the last 35-40 minutes. Ever how long it took, I don't know. I've just been recording for a little while, so I've not even paid any attention to the time. Something I would like to have seen is the button icons for the controller be a bit smaller in the top left-hand corner. It's almost an eyesore, honestly. It sticks out wildly from the scene around you, or if you're using the keyboard, let's switch to the keyboard. See how nice and like controlled that is? I know it's numbers and letters other than like actual icons, right? I mean, you could have done that with a controller. You know, RB, LB, LS, RS, RT, LT. You know, you could have done something like that with a controller. I don't think the icons were necessary, because those are big and bulky, and they kind of, I mean, they take up a good portion of the screen in the top left-hand corner there. That's something I would like to see changed at some point. Like, I don't actually need the icon, you know, other than, of course, the D-pad, maybe. The D-pad one might get a little confusing, but if you say RB and LB to somebody holding an Xbox controller, which is what they program for, I do believe. I don't think they program for anything else at the moment, so, you know, other than having the D-pad icon there, I don't see really the need for having anything else. So maybe something they look at in the future of making these icons smaller, or just doing what they did with the keyboard setup. Just do a square with whatever letter or number, you know. You don't actually have to do the icons, I don't think. I don't prefer it. I'd prefer it just say, you know, RBLB, whatever. That's just me, though. Alright, let's see how much we end up with it. Here, RB and Y. So we had 19,000 euros when we started this adventure, and we just got 7,000 euros off that one field there. Lower that back down. There we go. And I don't remember how much we paid for the field. Something like 6,000 euros, something like that. I think it might have been 6,000 euros. So either way, we should get a nice harvest off of this one right here. This was 14,000 euros, I think it was. So we should get a pretty nice harvest off of it. I would assume we will anyway. It's a pretty nice sized field. It is 2.54, so it's 2.5 acres. 2.5 acres large. So we should get a pretty nice penny off of that. There we go. I was about to say, is it going to let me in? I don't think it's going to. Just back up slightly. Should be in the proper position there. Zoom in, see how much we end up with. 28%. That's about right. Alright, we'll just pull this guy back forward right here. And we'll leave it sitting until we're ready to do this field. I just didn't want to leave the wheat in there because, well, you know, it could rot or go bad. You know, don't want to leave it sitting around for sure. Now, 50% of this came from the other field. 50% of it came from this field. So, at 14%, we will try to stop it and see how much money we have off of the other field. That will be about the way to do it. And I don't remember the exact number, but it's probably flashing on your screen right about now because I looked at it in post and then did the math. So, or it will be after I dump this load, I guess. Alright, let's see here. Oh, well, it didn't quite stop where I wanted it to. Looks like about 8,600. 8,600 euros, roughly. That'd be about right. 86. We'll just call it 8,600 euros, and then I'll subtract what we had when we started the field, and we'll have our number, and it should be flashing up right about now. There we go. So that was our total number. You have probably already figured it out because you know what it was. For me, it's been a couple hours because I've had to go do other things and had to come back to recording this later in the day. So for me, it's been a couple hours since I did that part, but for you, it's just been a few minutes. Now let's unhitch this here. There we go, and we're gonna head on back to the farm and see about maybe picking up the baler. Nope, that's the wrong one. Nope, that one. That's the one I wanted. For now, the weather's looking pretty good tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, so no big rush to get the hay off the field. So what happened to cruise control? There we go. No big rush to get the hay off the field. I just want to get it done before we start this other field, because 2.5 acres is going to take me a little while, so I may not get it done all at once. I may do a portion of it and then do some baling over here as well, and then do another portion of it and do some baling. For now, I think that's how I'm going to have to go. But we are going to sell these bales of hay as well, so these fields are going to be nice having them right here, because as you can see, where are we at? We're down here. Well, there's no icons on the map when you use, marker mode. Hang on. Oh, nope, I don't want to do that. There we go. Oh, hotspots. Look at that, dude. That is cool. Okay. It gives you hotspots. I want to go down. There we go. So we're just down here to the left, and then our where we're selling is just here. So we're not too far away from that at all. That's nice. Nice to have that. And we are still moving. I'm glad we didn't run off in anybody's field. Oh no, it stopped us. Okay, good. Whew, I was about to say, if we run off in folks' field, they might get mad at us. Alright, well I'm going to run back to the farm and grab the baler, and then I'll see you back here. You know, also I should say, I don't think I said this in the beginning of the video, but the votes were overwhelmingly in agreement with buying fields, because you do, if you buy wheat fields and barley fields, you get the price for the increased price for the wheat and barley down at the mill, and then you also get to sell the bales and get to keep that as well. So the votes for that was overwhelmingly well done and good. I don't know where I was going with that speech today. Tough for me. You have those days, right? Yeah, everybody has those days, but I mean, you may not. I don't know. But yeah, the votes for that was overwhelming, so we definitely bought fields. I should have said that at the beginning of the video if I didn't. But I think it was a good purchase. I think it was, because we've already made over half of our money back on the cheapest field that we bought that was something like 6,000 euros. We made 8,000 off of it, or 7,000 and some change. And then we have at the selling point, there it is. Okay, I'm just trying to remember where I'm at. This is my field right here, I do believe. Got a nice coat of green on it. It is coming along. I don't know how long these things take to grow in the game, as we've not played enough days yet. I know a lot of you guys have, and you know, like I said, I wish I could play more, but time just doesn't allow for it most of the time. I have a really understanding family. It is nighttime on the weekend, and I am still recording this, so they are all very supportive and very understanding. So I do get a little peace and quiet back here to do some recording sometimes at odd times during the weekend and such. So big thanks to them for sure. But yeah, I don't know, like, if I plant stuff now, is it actually going to be next year in game before I can do anything with it? If that be the case, then we're going to be buying a lot of fields and doing a whole lot of work. Like, I'll buy that one at some point if that be the case, because it's going to take forever to get to next year in game if we're playing 1 or 2 days per episode. You know, I mean, you're talking 150 episodes just to get to this day next year. Or I guess 125 episodes if we do 2 days per game, or per episode. 2 game days per episode. That's a long time. So, probably gonna try to figure that out somewhere off camera. Also, our stuff in the greenhouse is growing quite well. I'm honestly shocked at how well it's working out. Where's our baler? Is it on the other side? It is. It's over here. Pick this up. Also, oh, I knew what I meant to check. So in our last video, we said that this was at 19%, and I've only slept 1 day. It is at 26%. No, I've slept 2 days. 26%. So it has gone up substantially compared to what it was. So we'll be ready to use that manure soon on a new field. Having said that, we're gonna have to plow something. I don't want to have to plow a field. It takes so long to plow the fields, especially with this tractor. Yeah, if we had the new tractor, I think I would enjoy it much more. You know what? While we're here, since it is nighttime, let's just go ahead and go sleep and get some sleep under our belt, because we do have 27% sleep, and we did spend the entire day on the tractor harvesting and selling grain. I'm just gonna go ahead and shut these back. It's gonna be a while before we bring stuff back over here. There we go. Get this one closed. Perfect. This one's going to stay open for now. Okay, what we might do is we might park the truck inside here just to have it out of the way for now too. Might be a better option. We'll park it to this side so we can open the door this time and not be forced to jump out through the window. Oh, it still made us jump out through the window? Okay. Well, never mind then. I guess we'll take that as you're getting out through the window. Alright, let's go sleep. I'll get up and do my daily milking the cows and gathering eggs, and then I'll be back with you. Also, not having noticed this at night, the lighting from the room below is actually coming through the top floor, apparently. So, let's turn all these off. We don't need all the light bleeding through to each room, as you can see there. It's coming through to this room, which is kind of weird. It's probably just a hitbox glitch with the lighting textures. Looks like that's coming out of the basement there, so I have to go down there and turn that one off as well. There we go, got that one. Did I do this one? I did not. Let's turn the kitchen light off. And the rest of this looks like it's coming from down here. And this seems to be the light switch for it, right there. Perfect. Now, we're not wasting electricity. And our light bill hopefully will not go up any more than it already has from us leaving these on constantly. Turn these off and get ready for bed. I'll see you after the cows are done. Alright, the cows are done milking. We had 26% on this yesterday. This will be a good test here. 26% on this yesterday. 33% on this today. So yes, it is jumping quite a bit more than it was. It was only jumping about 2% per day. Now it's jumping a lot more. Now, where do we put it? This is the thing. Like, if you don't have enough fields to have it ready, does it just stop producing? Does it overproduce? I don't know what happens. So we'll have to figure that out as well, I guess. Also, I do need to be stopping and talking to the ladies over on this side of the map daily, I think. We are going to be over here working quite a bit, so it'd be nice to maybe stop and have a chat. Just to up our social game a little more. That's right, get the dating game on point. I don't know all the new lingo today. I'm not up to date. Let's see, we don't want to... Do we want to go this way? Yeah, we want to go this way and catch this road. But yeah, we do need to stop and make sure we socialize. Apparently, that makes a big difference. And we do have our house completely, or our farm completely redone. We just need to get the wood glaze put on and our roof put on our main house, which we will do that probably in the next episode, as we're doing a lot of field work in this one. So, trying to alternate back and forth between real life happenings and all the field work stuff. Just keep it interesting, because if you do nothing but field work, it can kind of get old. So let's go ahead and plan for that. The next episode may be some side jobs and some socializing and things of that nature. Maybe there'll be a patch out by the next episode. Who knows? We don't know yet. So if there is, then we will definitely be trying to see what that is. You know, I guess I could cut through here. It's probably illegal just to drive through here. I'm sure they don't allow through traffic, but we're going to try it anyway. Let's see what happens. I'm sure nobody's going to pull us over. The only other vehicle I've seen is the tram, the train, the tram, whatever it is. I would say it's a train, but it doesn't look much like a train that I'm used to seeing. It looks more like a tram line roaming around. That's the only other vehicle I've seen moving, so I don't know if there are any police officers in the area, if they'll pull me over, write me a ticket. Probably not. I don't think that's probably going to happen. Hey, get away from these grain silos, stork. We'll find somewhere else to eat. Sorry, buddy. Take off. And I said the animation on those were really, really good the other day. They're pretty good after further inspection. So once they get moving, they look really good. Until then, they look like paper mache being dropped. or origami, I'm sorry. They're like an origami swan being thrown into the air. They kind of flop back and forth, and then they start flapping their wings and their feet start moving and stuff. So once they get in the air, their animation looks pretty good. I still want to know what's up with those greenhouses up there. Are those mine? Can I use those? Are they somebody else's? I don't know. I don't know. These are questions that I ask to myself, just to make myself ponder things, to be quite honest. Alright, let's see if we can find somebody to talk to. Maybe standing outside their place, doing some yard work, just to be social. Good to be social. Also, we need to check the fuel on this thing is good. The fuel on the harvester, on the other hand, may be taking a beating, because we have been using it quite a bit. So, don't see anybody outside there. I cannot wait to buy that lender right there. That is our whole goal for buying these fields and continuing to buy fields until we get enough to buy that thing. So all this hard work will pay off one day. It's just going to take a little while. Now, is this our field up here behind this one? I think it is. Maybe they won't mind us cutting through their yard, because we need to talk to them anyway. We need to stop and socialize just a bit. Apparently, we also need to be wary of pedestrians crossing the street. Hello. Alright, let's just pull over here and have a...
Heard it on TV.
Have a chat. I don't know what you heard on TV, but I typically
ever changes.
try not to talk politics, so... Hello. Do you remember me? I was here the other day.
Good morning.
Good morning. Alright.
You look so pretty today.
That's so sweet. You were really nice. I know. Grace seems to like you a bit more. Okay, well, that's good, at least. Hello.
Hello there.
Good morning.
Did it hurt? When you were falling from the sky?
Did it hurt when you were falling from
These
the
pickup
sky?
lines. Terrible. That's so sweet. You're really nice. Well, thank you. Allison seems to like you a bit more. Wait a minute. What's the exclamation point for? Talk to
Hello
Allison.
there.
Oh, it's you again.
It is me again. Nice weather, ain't it? Okay. Well, she's got an exclamation
You are
point. Oh crap! I didn't mean to do that. You're a real charmer, aren't you? I am. Why do you have an exclamation point on your head? Can I give you? Can I give you stuff? Can I give you this? Can I give you that? Can I give you chocolates? I don't know what the exclamation point was for over her head. That's kind of weird.
Not now, sorry.
Oh, you're busy looking at shoes. Oh no, you're picking up grass. Okay. It looked
Care
like you're
to
just
talk?
looking down at your shoes. I had no idea what you were doing.
Good morning.
Good morning. You look so pretty
You
today.
look so pretty today.
You're a real charmer, aren't you? I am. Amelia. So, Allison had an exclamation point over her head for something.
Hello there.
Well, hello.
I wonder if that meant she needed
Is
help
there
with something.
something I can help you with?
A building on my farm needs some care. What do you think?
I can do that.
Sounds good.
I'm not going to do
I'll
it right
take
this
care of
moment,
this.
but I'll do it. I wonder how long you have before they expire. Let's go see what it is. Oh. If it's just a couple of walls, I may go ahead and do it off camera. It looks like it may be. Look at the inside. It does look like it's just a couple of walls. I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera, and I'll bring you guys back when we start baling the field. Alright, well that took absolutely no time to do. So, it took about 2 minutes, probably. It was well worth the stop and the talk. Let's go collect our 260 euros and some more social points. I lost a ton when I backed into those
And
crops.
I'm really not in the mood Here's
today.
something for you.
Well, thank you, Allison. Appreciate it. Was it Allison? I think. 520 social points. Very
One
nice.
day, it'll all be different.
Alright, now let's get back on the Jack Bear. And I am driving with a controller just because it's easier, to be quite honest. It is a lot easier to drive with a controller than it is with the mouse and keyboard. Because your keys, it's either hard left or hard right. But at least with the controller, I can move it around and turn on the harvester. Okay, I guess this is a harvester now. Alright, well let's just start baling this up, and this will probably be another time lapse. Alright, I think this field's just about done. Just one more loop around, do a little bit of cleanup here. I don't think I missed anything though. I think I got everything the first round. Be quite impressive, honestly. Normally I'm not that good with this little baler here. The Jack Bear baler. I don't know what it's actually. There's not a name on it, but I'm going to call it the Jack Bear baler. Because, well, Jack Bear is the name of the tractor, and originally I'm pretty sure these were John Deere. Apparently they had some dispute over using the name. I say dispute, I don't mean they argued and fought about it. I'm sure that they requested to use it, and then John Deere probably said no, as they have to Farming Simulator 17 and Farming Simulator 15 and all the Farming Simulator games. They've said no to all those. All right, it looks like we have cleared this field of all the hay on the ground. Now let's take the baler. Can we get out this way? Yeah, we can. Right through there. That's kind of a tight fit, isn't it? Say we can. There we go. It's a very tight fit. Alright, let's take the baler over here and drop it off, and then we'll go grab the hay trailer, and we'll go sell some bales of hay. Now, just looking at it, I'm going to say we have 48 bales of hay. 48 bales of hay. That's my guess. Just a wild guess there. What do you guys think? Be thinking of it in your head. We're gonna find out in just a split second. After, well, I gotta go pick them all up, I guess. We'll find out after I pick them all up. Let me go get the trailer. I'll be back with you in a minute. As we pull back into the field, I just realized something that I pre-record all my videos. So this was recorded the day before, of course, as per usual. But the episode you see Thursday is probably recorded on the day you're watching this one, because I do have shows next week. So I'm not going to be able to get all my videos out next week, I don't think. I think I'm probably going to be cutting it down to one video a day next week, and we'll just cut, or I may do one episode of each next week instead of the regular schedule, because I'll be gone for 3 days doing all that. So probably going to be recording the next episode when you're watching this one, if you watch it on the day it released anyway. Now, one last time lapse for the video of gathering hay bales. Well, how many bales did we end up with? We've taken 2 loads. I think I got all of them off the field. Pretty sure I did. Let me check the sunflowers real quick. I did have to come over here and grab some hay that was outside of the field. I don't see any laying around over here. None being sneaky. I don't think there's any down at this end either. Oh wow, you do actually go faster if you jump. Isn't that something? Had no idea. Alright, let's go count. See how many bales that we ended up with. I said 48. Do you guys remember what you guessed? You probably do, since it was just, you know, a minute or two ago. Let's see. So we've taken 2 loads, that's 40. We have 6 on the bottom. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 15. That is 18 right there. So we ended up with 58 bales instead of 48, which is a lot better than I thought. Yeah, because we're 3 shy of a full load. So that would be... no, we're 2 shy of a full load, I'm sorry. So yeah, 58 bales. That is a lot better than I thought we were going to turn out on this, honestly. I didn't think we were going to get that many. But we did. And I'm not mad about it. It's very, very, very good, honestly. Couldn't be happier, and we're up to 15,400 euros just off of minus whatever it was, whatever the number was, 1,000, 1,100, whatever it was. I don't remember. 1,100 and some change, I guess. We'll just say 2,000 to be safe. So we've made 1,300 euros off this field before we sell these. Now we are going to keep some off of the other field over there to use for our animals, but I'm thinking that we're going to get pretty close to where we started with this. So we started with 19,800, I think it was. So 15,400, we should get, I don't know how much we're going to get for 20 bales, 3,000 a bale. I don't know how much that is a bale. I'm not good at math, so I'm not even going to pretend to be. Not even going to try. But we should get a nice chunk, honestly, of the money back off of just this field, which we have already. Actually, we're what 4,500 away? No, 3,500. 30. See, terrible at math. 3,500 euros away from having our money completely back off of just this one field. And this was the small field. This was 1.1 acres. The other one is 2.5. And I'll probably do it off camera, honestly, because since this video was mostly time-lapse, this episode was mostly time-lapse stuff, I'm seriously going to go check these greenhouses out in the next episode. Seriously. I want to go see if we can use it. I know we went up and looked at them, but I don't think I had any seed at the time. I think I used all the seed up in our greenhouses. I want to go see if we can use those, because if we can use those, there's 9 greenhouses up there we can fill up with pumpkin and cucumbers. Now, how nice would that be? I wish they would add that in where you could buy the greenhouses too. That would be cool. If you could buy greenhouses elsewhere off your farm, that'd be super nice. You can make a few extra dollars that way for sure. I may do that in the next episode. Like I said, in the next episode we're going to do some running around and side jobs and that kind of stuff. We're not doing any more plowing. No more plowing side jobs. I am burnt out on plowing until we get the bigger plow. 2,700 euros, not bad. 18,130 euros is what we ended up getting. So 17,000, roughly 17,000 euros off one field, and that was the 1 acre field. So the bales are definitely the way to go, because we got more off the bales than we did off the field itself, I think. 9, 18. No, we got about the same amount. So about the same amount of money off of the bales themselves as we did the wheat, which is still pretty good, honestly. Not upset about that at all. I was expecting about that from the bales. I didn't know for sure. I know that we had 43 on our field, and our field was it's like 0.81. This is 1.1, so it's quite that's a pretty big jump, honestly, in the size. I mean, you know, it's one of those things you kind of guess at the based on the size of the field how much hay you're going to get off of it, how much wheat you're going to get off of it. So, I think we did pretty good though. I'm not mad about it. I hope you guys are okay with it, because I am. 18,000 euros. We have enough to go buy that other grain trailer right there. I mean, we do. but that's not the objective. I know we can carry a lot more grain at once with that trailer. I know we can, and we'll get it, but that is pretty cheap. 18,000 euros is pretty cheap. I mean, you gotta think about it. We just did a 1.1 acre field and got 17,000 euros. So if we did this field right here, we could get 18,000 euros off this field. We're probably gonna get more than 18,000 off this other field. And when I do that, I'm probably gonna come back and buy this one and do this one too. Because I don't plan on plowing any of this until after. And you can seed without plowing and cultivating. We could just cultivate and then seed it. We don't have to plow. I know it's just me being lazy, but once we get the big plow, also there's is that maize behind me there? I think this is, it's not one field. That looks like maize. Yeah, that's all maize right there. I don't plan on buying any more maize fields until we get the bigger harvester, which is going to be quite a long ways off. Oh, look at the power lines are red. I never noticed that until I saw them hit the pavement just a second ago. But either way, yeah, I don't plan a squirrel. I don't plan on buying any maize fields until we get the bigger harvester, because well, it just doesn't make sense. And I want to try to stay away from some of the really big fields. This 2.5 acre right here is going to take me a very long time to do. So I'll probably do it in spurts off camera, just in my free time, just jump on and play. I don't have a whole lot of free time, but in my free time, I'll jump on and play some. But it'll definitely be after Thursday's episode. Again, just a reminder, Thursday's episode is going to be recorded on Monday, and I'm probably only going to get one episode out of each show other than this one next week, because I do have 2 shows. I will be home Tuesday afternoon at some point. I may get some more recording done, so I may surprise you guys with an extra something or other. Probably an extra Gold Rush video on Saturday. Well, no, I guess not, because I'll be home Friday. So maybe, man, I don't know. It's hard to judge because I don't know exactly how long on Tuesday and Friday I'm going to be gone. So I know on Wednesday and Thursday I won't be able to record at all, but I can record on Monday and Tuesday for the Wednesday and Thursday shows, and then Friday may just be a wash. I may do it that way. That way I only miss one day and I still get all my other stuff out. That may be what I try to do. And it may not end up happening that way. But either way, this video is definitely going to be recorded on Monday. These take me a while to do. This is by far the one that takes me the longest. So I'm definitely going to try to record this one way early, which is why I have no question for you this week. Can I not? Oh, there we go. I'd say, will you not let me attach? There we are. Let's hop off that noisy thing for a minute and just talk for a second. So yeah, Monday I'm going to record Thursday's episode of this, and probably Harvest Moons as well, and then I'll try to get some other stuff recorded on Tuesday afternoon once I get home. Yeah, so Thursday I may just miss Thursday altogether. I mean Friday altogether, because I'm not going to be here to record the day before. I may be able to record them and just put them up that day. I don't know yet though. That'll be one of those things we have to wait and see. But either way, I'll figure that out, and you'll know next week. So I'll see you all in the next one. I hope you enjoyed short, not a short video, but a time-lapse video. Mainly time-lapse, because we spent a lot more time riding around on the stuff than we did actually talking about things in the game. But at the moment, we've covered all the updates, and I haven't done a lot of field work in the last couple episodes, so I figured we'd get some field work in, and I'd show you guys what exactly I was doing. So I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later, everybody.